Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. My name's Missy, and in this video I'm going to doing a bunch of stuff. It's Saturday. We went apple picking this morning with a bunch of friends. It was so nice to see them. And now we're back home. Matt's upstairs with Paul taking a nap. So I am going to, I need to clean up the kitchen a little bit. And like I said, we went apple picking this morning. So instead of making apple pie, I found a recipe for Debbie's Amazing Apple Bread on allrecipes.com. I'll link it below. And I'm gonna try this because it looks good and it's something besides apple pie. So I'm gonna do that and get some laundry in and get my day going. And also, I voted today, so it's been a busy day. Okay, so you can't see my face, but you can see what I'm doing. So this is one loaf pan. I'm tempted to make two, but I've never made this recipe before, so I think I'm just gonna do the one. So preheat the oven to 350. Just gonna give this a little spritz of oil. Okay. And then I think I shared this in another recipe. It might have been the kiwi one. I like to use these parchment rounds. It's a pretty dirty bag, but these are 8-inch and my loaf pan is 8-inch, so it's going to fit in there too. And then I just go like this. It makes it so easy to get them out. So another trick I learned is I just take binder clips and then that kind of holds that back. As long as the batter doesn't go up to the binder clips, I feel like they're okay. Let me get rid of this for a second. So let me do my wet first. So that is 2 eggs, 2 cups of sugar. I feel like this recipe is actually pretty easy to follow. So let's get 2 eggs. And then 2 cups of sugar. That's a half a cup. So I'm using powdered vanilla, but you can use just vanilla extract. I have to have this. 2 teaspoons of vanilla. Just the vanilla smells so good. So let's mix all of that. Looks so weird because of the vanilla powder. 2 teaspoons is a lot of vanilla, but okay, I'm gonna put that to the side. I'm gonna keep my cup here. So 2 cups of apples. It's gonna be like one of these. So we literally picked these off the trees yesterday. Look how huge that is. This recipe might only just use 1 apple. So there's an orchard in Northern Virginia that we go to with friends every year, and this year they closed for the entire season. I think it had to do with mostly their crop didn't do well with trees or COVID, I'm not really sure, but anyway, we went to a different farm and it was packed. We met friends there. They wanted to meet there when it opened at 9 a.m. So we were there at like 9:15. There was a line of cars to get in, and it took forever to get a parking spot. And then when we did get a parking spot, it was just packed. It was crazy. I've never seen anything like it. Everybody's just enjoying the weather. It was kind of on the colder side today in Virginia. I think it was like 42 degrees, I think, when we left. I had no idea how to dress Paul for that kind of weather, so I think I put him in too many layers. He got a little mad at me. I did take some pictures at the orchard. I'll show you some. He was not a happy camper at a couple points. The majority of the time he was happy, but some parts he wasn't. So it doesn't say what size to dice these. I'm just going to go on the assumption that it's a small dice. Could be wrong, but it doesn't tell me. So I'm going like size of like a chickpea, I guess. Little itty bitty bits like that. I'm gonna do rounded cups. We're gonna say that's 1. Okay, and then a little snack for me. So 1.5 teaspoons of salt. teaspoon of baking powder. Okay, this is hilarious. This is half a teaspoon of cinnamon. I'm not even measuring this. And I can tell you I'm adding a lot more than a half teaspoon. I'm adding that much. It's probably a teaspoon and a half. Okay, so 2 cups. This is actually a very easy recipe to follow. Okay. So last year when I was pregnant, God, what else is going to happen today? Maybe I should have used a bigger bowl. This time last year I was pregnant and losing my mind, and I made, let's see, what did I do? I made cheesecake and forgot to add the sugar, but remembered before I put it in the oven and just kind of like mixed it in. It was already on the crust and everything. And then last year I made a pumpkin pie and I forgot to put sugar in it and baked it. Let me get a better spoon here. I remembered after I had already served me and Matt a piece and I ate it and I was like, this tastes different. And then it just dawned on me that I never added sugar. I swear. The second I got pregnant, I just lost brain cells and they've never come back. Okay. I definitely would have used a bigger. Oh, I don't know what I was thinking. Okay. So, I got my pan. I'm gonna have to get rid of these binder cups probably. Hi, babe. Alright, so this is 1 pan, right? Yeah, pour into 1 loaf pan. Let me try to do this backwards for you. See if I can get this in. Should just put the camera on the other side. I just do everything that makes my life difficult, I swear. Batter's really not this step. I'm just struggling with life. Okay, let me get the little bit out with my good hand. That is so thick. I definitely added everything. So we shall see how this goes. I mean, it's got 2 cups of sugar in it. It has to be good, right? In the pan, 350. I feel like this one's gonna behave. I don't have the convection oven on, and I feel like sometimes that blows the parchment around. So 350 for 45 minutes, then cover with aluminum foil and bake until toothpick inserted and the center comes out clean. About 15 more minutes. So essentially it's in there for an hour. So let me put this in for 45 minutes. So you guys, I put this in for 45 minutes, covered it with foil for another 15. I swear I used a toothpick and it came out clean. Took it out of the pan and it was raw in the middle. Totally raw. It was gross. I even tried to eat one of the end slices and it was like gummy. And we just trashed it. It would make me so sad. It is a week later. As you can see, the cake did not turn out very well. It was completely raw in the center. I even did a toothpick on top and pulled it out and it came in clean. It felt firm because the top was hot. So I was not impressed with Debbie's amazing apple cake. But the more I thought about it, I kept being haunted by, there's so much sugar in here. So I went back to All Recipes, where this is from, and was reading a lot of the comments, and I was not alone. A ton of people were like, my cake was raw, it was gross, blah, blah, blah. So I read so many people cut the sugar completely in half. And then some people did half white, half brown sugar, but I'm not gonna get that adventurous. I'm just gonna try having the sugar, and I'm going to try to bake it longer. So the recipe said 350 for 45 minutes, cover with tin foil, 15 minutes, then take out of the pan for 10. That's what I did the last time. So I think what I'm going to do is, somebody else had said that they had cooked theirs for 45 minutes, then put the tin foil on for extra half hour, turned the oven off and left it in there for another 15 minutes. I'm gonna try doing that. I'm also going to, instead of a toothpick, I'm gonna stick a knife in the middle and pull that out to see if it's goo like it was the last time. And then if this doesn't work, then I'm just never making this again. So we're gonna try a second time. And again, the only thing I'm doing is just having the sugar and completely changing the cook time. So let's see how this goes. Well, I am happy to report that it is not raw this time, so I am very happy. Debbie's amazing apple bread. I haven't actually tried it yet. I'm waiting until Matt gets home, but it is cooked all the way through. So what I did is I halved the sugar and cooked it in the oven for an hour, and then turned the oven off and left it in there for another 15 minutes. Took it out of the oven, left it in its pan. I did have the parchment paper, so I left it in while the baby took a 2-hour nap, so it was in the pan for 2 hours. The recipe says to take it out of the pan after 10 minutes because I read a lot of people said it got stuck. So if you don't have the parchment, make sure you take it out of the pan. And then I let it cool and I cut it, and it is definitely cooked all the way through. So I cannot wait to break into this, maybe with a cup of tea. Sounds amazing. So, you know what? I'm not waiting for Matt. Let's try some now. So this is delicious. I can't imagine what it would taste like with another cup of sugar. To me, that seems a little intense, but to each their own. It's sweet. It's very, almost like donut-y. Reminds me of like an apple cider donut kind of, but this is very good. So this is going in my repertoire, slightly changed. Well, thank you so much for coming on this baking journey with me. If you do make this bread, I'd love it if you tag me on Instagram at MissLa29. Give this video a thumbs up if you like it, subscribe if you haven't, and we'll see you next time. Thanks, bye.